Hello and good evening once again to our show, The Cinema Chronicles. Well, today is a special episode for all of us with a special guest. To describe her, I would like to describe her as a person who's empowering disability with ability, a genuine influencer, and the first Indian audiologist to receive international recognition. We would like to welcome Devangi Dalal ma'am on our show. It's a great pleasure having you over here. How are you doing, ma'am?
Good. Thank you so much for inviting me.
We are also very happy that you have taken your time out and we are privileged to have you on our show today.
Yeah, it's my pleasure too.
Thanks a lot. It's a special episode. Normally we interview, it's a cinema chronicles. So we have been interviewing actors, actresses. Then we do some special episodes with some cricketers, with some sports stars, international personalities. And this is the most important and the most special for us because you are doing a great work for the social upliftment too. Ma'am, I would like to know about you. You have received the first humanitarian award. So can you tell us brief us on that? It's a great achievement.
Yeah, so as you know that by profession, I'm audiologist and speech language pathologist, and I've been practicing from last 29 years.
Yes.
And I've been attending as an international member American Academy of Audiology since 2010. And there every year in American Academy of Audiology, around 13,000 professionals are there from all over the world. And every year they give awards to 7 people who do a work in a different profession, like in industry, in audiology, in research, and in humanitarian work. So in 2012, the kind of work which I did for India, writing articles in the newspapers, creating awareness, started with Jewish Foundation. So all these activities was known by them. And 2012, Dr. Francis Crook from Chicago, he nominated my name and it was accepted, and I got a humanitarian award first as an Indian audiologist in 2012 in Boston.
Wow.
So it was a great pleasure to represent India.
Yes, not just that, you getting the award in United States of America is more special.
Yes. And actually I got time to...
And being the first audiologist, I think that's a great achievement for you. Yes, you're doing a great job. It's a great achievement. Congrats to you, ma'am, for that. And as I said, I'm feeling very privileged and special to have you on our show today. One question which comes to my mind is audiology. Had you ever thought कि यार मैं audiologist ही बनना चाहूँगी? पहले से ऐसा कुछ सोचा था आपने?
नहीं, it's totally destiny. Actually, in my family, our family is like from a farmer family, and my father never wanted to do farming, so he came to Bombay and he wanted to study, and he was the eldest son in the family. And he completed his graduation and immediately he started working. So he had a lot of wishes for higher educations and all. And I was the first child in the family, so he engraved all the thoughts of his becoming something in me, and he wanted me to become something. And from the childhood I had a wish to become doctor, because there was nobody in our family who was doctor.
Okay.
And I was studying 11th 12th in Mitibai science, and then the time the result got declared, it was 85 PCB. So and that time the admission in medical closed at around 91%. So I had to go out of Bombay to study. I was getting admission outside, but I was so much attached to my parents, I never wanted to leave them. So then I decided to do something related to medical, and I gave my admission for this occupation therapy, physiotherapy, and I took admission in fact in microbiology in Mitibai, and I participated in the dance competition because I thought that I will continue there. But then later on I got admission for occupation therapy, and I was interviewed, and I said I don't want in occupation therapy. So the professor who was taking interview, he said that there is a one seat vacant in audiology in speech therapy, and there are only 10 seats in Bombay. So do you want to go for that? And I didn't know anything about audiology and speech pathology. Frankly
Okay.
speaking, I never heard of it. It just that it was there in the medical admission file, and I went to interview and I came to know. So I said only 10 people in our hospital, and I think 30 were in Alia Vajan. Only 40 people. I think must be something unique, and I should do that. And I said yes to him. And after 4 days, I got a call from them that you have got this admission. And it was just before the first semester getting over. 4 days before, I got admission in audiology and speech pathology.
Okay. Well, one thing I would like to share with you over here. The way you explained your career, I was just listening to it, the whole education, which you had taken from start till end. And I was thinking about my education, which I had done. I had done my education very well. But I was always, जब पढ़ाई की बात आती थी, अरे कुछ बहाने हम करते थे. अब अभी पढ़ना नहीं, मम्मी को बोलते थे अभी पढ़ना नहीं है, मम्मा अभी ना ठीक नहीं लग रहा है, ऐसे नहीं लग रहा है. बट अगर क्रिकेट की आप बात करो या मूवीज की बात करो, हम मम्मा परफेक्टली ओके ना, हम वो टाइप के थे. दैट्स व्हाई आई वाज लिसनिंग वेरी कामली टू यू अबाउट द थिंग्स. Well, thanks a lot. Wonderful things you have done till date. You know what? हमने ये कुछ detectives hire किए थे आपके यहाँ पे, and we got to know that. Is it right? You tell me. It's a truth or no? You have acted in a serial when you were in 12th standard. Is it right?
How did you know that?
Well, that there are sources we had planted. Simple.
Yeah, actually, after I did my 12th science, as I told you, I took admission in microbiology, and then I thought that since I have not gone into medical line, and I also am a Bharatanatyam dancer and a folk dancer, and because I was studying for medical, I never took part in any inter-college competition. So then I thought that since I'm doing micro, I tell you that micro was not so appealing to me. I was not enjoying it. So I said might as well I enjoy my college life, and that's how I got into folk dance competition, and we won. Mithibai College won the gold medal at that time in folk dance. And somehow I got caught by one of the director that I have a good smile. That's what he said, and he wanted to take me for the serial, and that's how Mujrim Hajiro. It was based on Bengali. In that serial, I did some part. They wanted me to do further, but then it was not of my interest. I wanted to do something in medical, so I just did one serial.
Okay, the way you said you got that your smile is very, very nice. Still, your smile is the same. I would say very, very beautiful smile. Very beautiful smile.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. Josh Foundation. You're the co-founder of it. So, can you just elaborate more about Josh Foundation and the activities, social activities it does?
Yeah, so basically in 2004, I went to attend a pediatric conference where they started talking about the neonatal screening. Means all the babies who leave the hospital, they are screened for hearing. And they asked me in front of 400 delegates that how it is done in India. And I didn't have any answer because we have not started till now also. It's almost 15 years we are behind. So I came back and I spoke to Dr. Gandhi, with whom I'm working, that they are emphasizing on the neonatal screening, and we can change the life of people. We can reduce the percentile of hearing handicap from the society. So he said, let's start talking to the gynecologist and pediatrician to start the neonatal screening. We had an instrument for that also. So I approached a few of them, and then there was not much response from them. So then both of us decided to start this organization called Josh Foundation, and in 2004 August we started this, and till now we have helped around 1200 underprivileged children for their hearing aids. We have also started a sports education in 5 schools. We run personality classes, robotic workshop. We do a lot of activities which gives them a platform. We also felicitate the children who have passed with 10, 12 standard and done the graduation. We give them a platform at different area. Also, we also support them for the vocational training, for employment, as well as for their marriage also. So it's like the whole the Josh Foundation is doing lot of work to empower the hearing impaired children. It's like overall development of any hearing impaired child. So, I mean, it's like now it has become passion for both of us, me and Dr. Gandhi.
Yeah, I think it's beautiful. I would like to term it as, I'll be very frank, I would like to term it as social awareness and upliftment with a difference.
Yes.
Because as I said, many people do social awareness, बहुत activities करते हैं, but this is something special. Why special? Because you look into the lives and the marriages of these kids also. I think they need that. They need that support. Beautiful initiatives, beautiful work. I would like to ask you, like, these are special children. These are special children of God. So, how is your experience working with them, and how do you manage, like, when they are in front of you? They're very cute, very sweet, very cute kids. So, any two memories, beautiful memories, which you have had with them till date, which you would like to share? Some instances.
So, like, it's like 29 years of experience working with them, and any deaf child, any hearing impaired child coming to our clinic, to our organization, first we always think like, they are coming as searching a path, now what to do further. And we are the one who is going to show them the path and show what they have to do in life. So first, I see that when they come to my clinic, that itself is a positive approach, because they want to do something for their child, or child wants to do something for themselves. So it's like inspirations which I get from the parents, that they want to do something different for their child, they want to work hard for their child. So I many times come home and tell my husband that we have a normal children. I have two daughters. We have normal children. They have grown up just like that. We don't know how it has happened. But see, this parents, they are putting so much efforts to make them child overcome the difficulties. So each and every day, it's like working in this profession gives you inspiration that you have to become better person in life. I have one example of a child who was in Bangalore, and he came to Bombay, and he was in his adolescent stage, and he was literally getting frustrated in the normal school here, because he was not able to cope up in CBSE. And he was telling his parents that why you have given a birth as a deaf child, and why this thing is happening. And the parents were literally worried, and I told the parents that you give him a best digital hearing aids, and he will hear well. I will train him to speak, and once he will start speaking like a normal person, he will get a confidence, and that's how he will overcome his challenges. You believe it, that child also worked hard, the parents also worked hard, and in one of the Josh Foundation competition, he stood first, and that itself changed so much energy in him, that he took a life in a very different manner, that now I can do anything in life. And you believe it, that boy in 10th standard got 91, and he was in handicap category first in all the schools of Maharashtra. So I mean, every day we come across such experiences where you learn and have an inspiration every day. I mean, it raises your energy every day seeing them.
Yes, you know what, ma'am? Very inspiring this story is. Basically, the way you were just telling it, I was just visualizing it, in my mind, how much whatever he has gone through. It's not been easy, but with your support, and you have been the backbone of him, I would say. And in normal life, in हमारी भी जिंदगी में अगर कभी कुछ हो जाता है, I'll take my example. कुछ छोटा मोटा हो जाता है, कभी कभी मैं भी अफसोस ये करता हूँ कि यार क्या हो रहा है मेरे साथ. But when you watch these children, then you get inspired, and then you are back on the foot. Yeah, see, look at them and just go ahead.
I mean, I just relate to this pandemic. We are all going to a difficult situations, and in the beginning, when
Yes.
it started in March, like March, April was a very difficult us to accept to sit at home and being panic that what will happen and all that. And at that time, as a person, I just thought about these children, and then I started writing a blog on spreading positivity. And I tell you that each and every blog I have written till now 43 blogs, and each and every blog has a story of my deaf children, because it's from them I get an inspiration every day and positivity every day. So I think whenever we face difficulty in life, we should just look at them, that how they are facing the challenges of life. I think our difficulty will be nothing.
Yes, actually, our difficulties are nothing in front of them. Well,
Yes.
you have done a lot of seminars, abroad. Well, in Denmark, Canada, those have been pediatric audiology. So, how has the experience been over there when you do these seminars?
When I attend these conferences, first of all, I attend because when you attend the conference, is the research which is happening all over the world,
Hmm.
and you come to know at one place what is exactly happening. And especially my interest, working with the hearing impaired children, I attend all those conferences so that I have a knowledge that what is happening in the technology, how people are helping to benefit these children. And I come back and I implement those things in my profession and in my working, so that I can help more and more them. So and when you do something different, like in USA, audiology is one part, and here we have audiology and speech language pathology together. So
Okay.
we are fitting the hearing aid also, and we are giving rehabilitation them to them also. So our experiences are much more, then people are working there only for hearing aids and only for the speech rehabilitation program. So when I go and discuss with them, they also get so much encouraged that you can generate so much good results with the technology. So I always say that they have a technology, we have a reputation. That the moment we will start implementing technology for these children, it will be a tremendous revolution in our country for the hearing impaired children.
And beautiful said. We need that. We need a big change and revolution for these children over here.
Yes.
Uh, Coming back to your overall experience, one of the achievements which I would like to say is your family was selected in Disney's program. One of the five families in India. I don't remember the year, but it was I think some few years before. So क्या था वो, कैसे आप select हुए, कैसे उस program में आप शामिल हुए, जरा बताइए.
Actually, one of my friend had participated in one of the competition, first competition for Disney India, and he said there is a show coming up for the family. Why don't you do that? And my daughter, younger daughter, she's like more creative party. She loves doing all this, and in fact, for her, I participate in Supermom also in 2009, and both of us
Oh,
were participating, and we got a Super Smile, also Bombay Times Super Mom competition. So she loves all doing that, and I said okay, we'll try. And we submitted for it, and whatever the requirement was there for that program, my younger daughter did. And the next day we were called again, and everybody was very busy. So they said, mom, we will not go. So I said, maybe we will try and see that what they want to see, why they are calling us again. And we went there, and we came to know that we were the first five finalists for the Disney India. And like it was total thrill, because through that we went to California, which is one of the first Disney made by Disney. And we were interviewed in the Disney house, and we were there for 1 week in the Disney land. And we were our shooting was with 40 crews, and the whole, and it was on 4th July, which was like US holiday. And
wow.
so many Americans were there, and they were just looking at us, what is this happening. So it was so much fun with the family. We really enjoyed it, and it was just came as a surprise. We just went for it, and I think we were lucky to be selected, and maybe we did well.
Well, I would term it as again super mom with a super smile.
Yeah,
Super
thanks.
mom with a super smile. That's the tag I would like to give you. And whenever next time you get you go through any event, if you win something, you go there. And please don't take interviews from anyone. I just again take me also. I will go come there with you and then interview over there.
Sure.
पक्का वादा कर रही हैं आप?
Yes, yes, I will do that.
ओके. पण हे असं का घडलं?
Yeah.
नाही असं का घडलं?
असं घडलं बघ, मला मराठी येतं पण इतकं चांगलं नाही. But Asaga Gadla was a serial done by one of our friend, and they wanted to put up a story for the hearing impaired on hearing impaired individuals. So I helped them for the direction, and it was a story where it was a very beautiful story that hearing impaired person and a normal person were talking online, having talk with each other, and they came close, talking on the internet, and they decided to get married. And that's the time when the hearing impaired boy said that, I have a difficulty in hearing, will you still marry me? So she said that you have narrated that your family has helped you a lot to overcome the challenges of hearing impairment. So it will be happy that I will go in such family where the family support is there for the child. I mean, I will be lucky to marry in that family. And that's how that girl agreed and married to a hearing impaired person. So it was a beautiful narration was made, and whatever technicality was possible, I helped the person who made that serial. So it was a very positive impact was there in that.
And that's why I asked you Asaka Gadla. I just put in the question like that.
Yeah, so we named it Asaka Gadla.
Yes, Asaka Gadla. Beautiful again. Beautiful thoughts again. In every answer which you're giving, there is something special about it. Something special about your achievements. Everything. Coming back to your work, it's the World Deaf Awareness Week. So, कैसे plan किया जाता है इस week को? What all activities do you do during this week? And how many days? For how many days basically this? Is it for 7 days? Do you plan many things for these kids?
So basically, World Awareness Week started in 1951. Okay. And earlier used to celebrate it only for one day. Now they celebrate for a week where they do a lot of activities for the hearing impaired people. They create a lot of awareness all over the world. Like I am also in American Academy of Audiology, we awareness committee and outreach committee. So we publish a lot of articles to create awareness for what we can do for the hearing impaired people. And in our Josh Foundation, we do a lot of activities. Like one of the deaf day, we had taken all the deaf children for the Navaratri Aarti, and sometimes we do a talent contest or elocution competition during that time. So we give the platform to the child. So this time on the awareness week, we thought, why don't we interview, because it was not possible to get all the children together because of pandemic. So how normal person like both of us are doing online session right now. So like that, why don't I do the online session for the hearing impaired children? And that's how I spoke to my deaf students, and they were so excited about it, and it went off just wonderfully. And we have all 5 interviews giving different message to the society. I mean, it's not only for the hearing impaired people, but even for the normal people to learn that they spread so much positivity and so much inspiration to all of us. So this was a very different creative part. And in fact, in our Josh Foundation, we do every year new activities, because what happens is these hearing impaired children need exposure. So the wider exposure, they learn a lot of things. Like if we plan, talent contest, and in that talent contest, we are putting a fusion dance competition. So we inform them 2 months in advance. So they learn about how the fusion takes place, which kind of dances fusion takes place, and how to do coordination and how to make it different. So they learn it becomes overall development for the child.
Okay,
So
beautiful.
we plan that way.
Okay, लियो क्लब,
Yes.
आप लियो क्लब में शामिल हैं?
Yes, I was a Leo Club president. Again, there I was the first female president in 92-93. And we did a lot of activities during that time. We did Julio Dandiaras, and cabinet minister and mayor of Bombay were present, and we had a big fundraising event with the Dandiaras, and I did a lot of activities. In fact, I got my husband from Leo Club of Jew. We became friends, and then we got married. So
Okay.
Leo Club is very close to both of our heart, because he was also a Leo member and I was a Leo member. And in fact, last year I became a Lion member to become a Leo advisor. And I was a Leo advisor last year, and I work with all the youngsters, and I also made a Leo anthem, which was lyrics and done by me, and direction done by me, and it was acknowledged by the international, and we got Leo Club of Jew got an International Excellence Award also last year, first time.
Wow, congratulations.
Thank
the,
you.
the list of achievements is just starting from this question. It's just starting. It's endless. And I would like to share one of my things with you. Even I belong to Lions Club.
Okay.
9 years I'm with them. It's been Rakesh Chomal, Nitin Shetty. So I've shared a good bond with Rakesh Chomal sir for a long time.
I'm from Lions Club of Jew.
I'm from Navi Mumbai Diamonds.
Okay.
In New Bombay. So it's nice to connect with you, because we share some similar thoughts, similar passions. Well, we award 2020. We award 2020. It's a big thing for you. Big achievement again. Can you just say what is this we award? And it looks up to the upliftment, right? So क्या है, कैसे आपको मिला, and all that. I need a description basically. We award क्या होता है?
So basically, Women Entrepreneur Award, and one of my friend, she had got for this, and we did a lot of projects together. So she recommended my name to them, and then I had to send my profile. And as you know that as a woman entrepreneur, I tried my best to help hearing impaired children, and I do other social activities also. So my more emphasis is that to start a neonatal screening for the hearing impaired children, and they get the hearing aids according to their requirement. And also in this pandemic, I started this spreading positivity blogs, which again connects to the hearing impaired children. So that I think impressed them, and they nominated my name for the Women Entrepreneur Awards. So basically, they encourage the woman who has become entrepreneur and who wants to still pursue future with a lot of ambitions. So that's how I got this award.
Okay. After that, I think there was a shift towards webinars which were hosted by ICMEI.
Yes.
So, what are these webinars, and are there any similarities between V Awards and ICMEI?
No, it was totally different. V Awards was totally concentrating on the women entrepreneurs, and ICMI was total, basically they had a webinar on how you empower people so that you don't have to help them again. Say, like talking about hearing impaired children, we are giving hearing aids to them. We are doing rehabilitations. Now you see some of our children have become engineer and are different profession, and they are on their own. They are earning. They are self-dependent. So we have, as a organization or as a person, you have to help other person and empower this person, so that person doesn't have to ask you for the help again. So that was a seminar conducted by ICMI. So they thought that I'm the fit person for that, because I do a lot of work, empowering the hearing impaired children. So I was given an award for my excellence services supporting the hearing impaired children, and especially doing a rehabilitation program for them. And that was interviewed with Mr. Naushad Ali and Smita Thakreji. So
Oh,
all three of us were talking about that how best you can empower a people while doing a social work.
beautiful, ma'am. Beautiful, thoughtful, and very important. एक चीज जो मुझे जहन में अभी आ रही है, while you were just speaking about the whole work of yours during these awards, I wanted to know, like you have already shared one experience, but एक experience मुझे जानना है कि normally, for example, I have a kid, you have kids. When we go out, there are street children who are there. They look at us way. जब वो बच्चे देखते हैं हमें लगता है they are thinking something. यार मेरी जिंदगी ऐसे क्यों नहीं है? They must be surely thinking. So कभी ऐसे हुआ है कि any of these children, जैसे आपने शेयर किया ऑलरेडी, but any और कोई वाक्या जो हुआ है कि उन्होंने कुछ बोला है कि उनकी जिंदगी कितनी अच्छी और हमारी देखो, क्या हमें भी उनकी तरह होने का मौका मिलता है? ऐसे कभी अलग से और कुछ हुआ है?
As I told you that I get inspiration from these children. What question you have asked, a very beautiful incidents to narrate in this, but in a very different way. There was 101 directors, 101 NGOs, and 101 hours. There was a program designed by one of the organization. So our NGO is registered. So there was one director given to plan a movie in 101 hours. So he came to my clinic and he told me to call, say, around few children, and he wanted to interact and he wanted to find out what film he can make. So I called around 25 of my children, and he was interacting with them, and he was asking them that you have any difficulty in life where you felt bad and your life changed, and you felt that you need empathy, and you feel like crying, that why the life has happened like this. I think that director must have interacted with them for 1.5 hours, and all the children said that we don't have any difficulty, we are absolutely normal, and we can live a normal life like you, and you tell us that whatever a normal person can do, we can do it, and you give a task and we will do it. And
Wow.
that director was amazed to see the kind of positive energy all these hearing impaired people had. And then at last he narrated a film, Are You Listening? So he made all the children do singing with the singers, and they did it so beautifully. Like how you record a song, like that they recorded a song with the hearing impaired children.
Wow, nice, ma'am. एक क्वेश्चन था, जैसे I had a chance to visit some villages this year in March, in February. बहुत इंस्कर्ट्स में थे, जिला परिषद के जो स्कूल्स होते हैं वहाँ पे, तो वहाँ पे भी एक्सपीरियंस ऐसे मिले कि बहुत गरीब लोग हैं जिनको चप्पल्स नहीं होती है, उसमें से कुछ हियरिंग डिसेबिलिटीज भी है. सो आर वी हैविंग अ टारगेट कि दिस जस्ट माय क्वेश्चन टू विजिट द inset of villages which are there where people don't reach. So ऐसे कुछ
we have already done that through Josh Foundation. We had been to some of the villages of Gujarat. We have been to Rajasthan also, and some other parts of India also. It's this that people don't have awareness that how to work with these hearing impaired children. But I tell you that it's like this, that everybody knows the technology. Like today, if you see an electronic, mobile phone, what are features are there? In computers, what features are there? Everybody knows everything. Even a small child of an urban area also, he knows how to operate the phone. I think, still that myths and misconception is there that hearing impaired children cannot have a technology or they cannot have a hearing aids. So what we need to do is go to the villages and make them aware that technology can help these hearing impaired children. And if you work with the children, in fact, whichever villages I have visited some of my hearing impaired people who have already achieved something in life, and the moment they see them and they see the result, that how well they are doing, I tell you that each and every person there wants to do something for their child. So I think we as an individual make people aware that how to, it's not only about the hearing impairment. I think anything we make them aware and make them understand that this gives the result, I think everybody will understand and will start working on it. So
Yeah.
just that we need to reach there.
Yes, perfectly said, ma'am. You have been
And
the first.
it is our future plan to reach at the national level and reach each and every part of India.
Looking forward for that because I
Yes,
think you will make a difference to the society in a big way, and to
yes.
the world also in the future with your thoughts and activities. One more achievement, as I said, it's endless. A Women Influencer Award. I think was this in year 2019?
Yes. It was on 8th March, Women International Day.
Actually, you remember the date also.
Yes. It's a Women's Day, so you have to remember.
Okay, now even I will remember from now on. This
Yes.
is very special. So, how was that overall Women Influencer Award? So, कुछ ऐसे उसमें कुछ कुछ attributes आप मुझे बताइए, in short.
So in Women International Day, there were around 65 women who were selected and they were there for the conference, and I got inspired because as a woman entrepreneur, 65 of them doing different activities in different area. I mean, it was really a great experience because of course you are doing a work, but you get to learn from other people also, in different field. I always believe that our community gets developed when we share the experiences, and I think the strong community of women were there, and I got so much inspired seeing that how well they are doing work. So it's a very special for me because that day, Women International Day, as a woman you feel proud, and seeing other women progressing so well you feel more proud. So it was a great experience when I received the award.
Congrats again. First advocate for hearing health for India.
Yes.
Your turn. बोलिए. Congrats. First, congrats.
Yes. I think it's a dream come true because I wanted to become doctor, as I told you before. I couldn't, and I came into this line as a destiny, and I felt that whichever area of work I go and profession I go, I must work hard for it. And this is the highest recognition one can get, to become a hearing health advocate, and that also by organization WHO and CGHH and World Hearing Forum. So it's a real proud feeling, and when you represent India, like, I'm a very patriotic person. I would love to do anything for our country. So it's a great thing for me because I am representing India at international level for the advocacy of hearing health, and I look forward to do a lot of work to make a change in our country, for especially in hearing health.
Yeah, definitely. Because with who in the picture, that's a big achievement. World Health Organization. So you're now. I would like to say you're the one of the females who are there, who have gained international recognitions.
Yes.
And you have visited many countries with your experience, with your expertise, and you're making a lot of difference. जब हम आगे की लाइफ की बात करते हैं, तो मोटो, what is your motto of the life?
I have two daughters, so of course, first is to make them something in life, and so that is the first thing which I would do. And the second thing that now it has become a passion to say to the world that hearing handicap, no more handicap. I have my family support, and also Dr. Gandhi, with whom I'm working, my Josh Foundation, and a lot of people are joining now to support this cause, and it has become a passion for me. So first, I would like to talk to government and see that we have a pediatric protocol in the country. So all the babies who leave the hospital, they are screened for the hearing. All the children of India, I will just like to mention here is we have around 6.3% population who is hearing impaired, and out of that 40% are kids, and out of those 40% kids, only 10% are getting proper treatment. So I would like to reach at a national level and create awareness that if we support the hearing impaired children, then they can have a normal life, they can overcome their handicap, and we can reduce the liability of the country and remove the hearing impairment from the society, and we can make them self-sufficient. And another plan which I have is that some of my students whom I have trained, I train them for public speaking. So in front of 1,000 children, they can speak very well, or more than that also. So I would like to make a voice center for this hearing impaired children, so that they can become, like, in talking also, as good as any other normal person can. So that's something future plan I have.
ओके, एज यू सेड, फ्यूचर प्लान आपने बताया, बहुत खूबसूरती से आपने इसको कहा है. एक बात जानना चाहूंगा आपसे, मैम, कि व्हेन वी थिंक अबाउट द फ्यूचर, वी हैव अ सर्टेन गोल्स, सर्टेन कि इस साल तक मैं ये पूरा करूंगा या पूरा करूंगी. सो डू यू हैव अ पर्टिकुलर सेट ऑफ गोल्स कि जो भी मैं प्लान कर रही हूँ वो 2025 तक होना ही चाहिए, और ऐसे कुछ अपनी प्लानिंग की है थॉट में?
Actually, when we started working with Josh Foundation, and I started doing a lot of activities for the hearing impairment, so first I generated the results. I worked with them, and see, somewhere we were lacking about system. How to work on this system. Now I have worked with all these children, and I have found the system, and I think that system is ready with me. So now it has, like, I just have to implement. So I should not take 5 years also. I think next 2 years I should establish these results, and that's how I'm creating a lot of opportunities, and being an advocate, I'm there for 2 years. I think I should make a revolution in the country. So my future plan to achieve something should be within 2 years.
Okay, within 2 years you plan to create a revolution in the country. Definitely you will achieve that, but whenever you make the revolution, please मुझे याद रखिएगा.
Sure.
ताकि मैं मेरे कैमरे टीम को लेके फिर से आ जाऊं.
Sure. I think आपको ही हमें हेल्प करना पड़ेगा आगे बढ़ने के लिए.
I'm looking forward to it now. Each and every interview I'll be there with you to go ahead, because I'm really happy to have you on a show. Before we end it, I wanted to know, you're a woman entrepreneur, you're a woman activist, you're a woman success leader, you're a what, मतलब मैं जितना बोलूं उतना कम है. You are an achiever in short. So अभी की generation जो है, 2 questions for you. अभी की जो generation है, with the lockdown keeping in mind, what's your thought for roadmap to success for the kids who are there, and what is the roadmap for success for the kids whom you are working with? How these both should go ahead, because end of the day वो आगे जाएंगे तो इंडिया आगे बढ़ेगा, उनकी सक्सेस से इंडिया का नाम रोशन होगा. So 2 different thoughts, कैसे बताएं?
Again, here I would like to narrate a story that one of my deaf child, he used to speak like a normal people. He were around 7-8 years old. I am talking to the kids specially, and we took him for the science exhibition, and the teacher was so curious because she saw that the child is deaf and speaking so well. So she asked that, hi, how are you, what's your name, and where do you stay? You believe it, that boy said that I stay on earth. And the teacher was so surprised that why he said that I stay on earth. So I asked him that, why did you say I stay on earth? And he said that, ma'am, you taught me that I stay in Andheri. Andheri comes in Mumbai. Mumbai comes in Maharashtra. Maharashtra comes in India. India is in Asia. Asia is in the world map, and world is on the earth. So I have to prove my existence on earth. That's why I said that I stay on earth. So as a deaf child, he wants to prove his existence, and that's where I got an inspiration that if he's saying like that, I also have to prove my existence on earth, and we all have to. I mean, God has given a beautiful birth to us on this earth for creating something, making change in something. So we all have to work hard for it. And I always believe that as a human being, we have a God's blessing. Our India has such a high, rich culture. We have parents' blessings. We have our education. We have our country, community with us. And if we just add self-confidence in that, everything is possible. I mean, the word itself says, I am possible.
Beautiful thought. I'm listening to it. I mean, a brilliant answer which the student has given. Brilliant answer. The way it was a carved answer within the mind. The thought process बहुत beautiful थी उस बच्चे की. Wonderful, ma'am.
So
Any thoughts you would?
I would say that in pandemic, of course, we have found a lot of difficulties, but I think we have to invent ourselves and find out that what potential we have. Everybody cannot do everything. So if
Yes.
whatever potential we have, just work hard on that without comparing ourselves to anybody. I think we can do wonders together. So we can make a revolution in the country. We can achieve whatever we want to.
We can make a revolution in a country. We can make wonders together. We can do everything. A positive attitude, a motivational approach.
Yeah.
मैं क्या कहूँ? Beautiful in short.
Yeah, I mean, I would really like that youngsters and those people who feel any time difficulty in life, please do look at my all deaf students and also read my blogs called Spreading Positivity. I think that will give all the answers. And apart from that, if you don't read that, I mean, as a human being, I feel, like Bhagavad Gita or those books, have all answers of our life. We just need to implement them in our life.
One beautiful thought from the statements you just made. Bhagavad Gita. This is my personal thinking. All the kids should actually read Bhagavad Gita.
Yes.
It empowers them. It empowers them.
I just wrote in one of my blog that one must read because it has all the answers of life.
Yes, it has. The Ramayana, Mahabharata, all these epics, they're epics, historical epics, and every child should read it.
Yes.
Thanks a lot, ma'am. Any special thoughts about you which you would like to share with the experience with us?
Yeah, it was so nice of you to do this interview, and especially on the day of World Deaf Day, which is very close to my heart. 27 September is World Deaf Day, celebrated all over the world. And I wish, especially on this day, that all the people who come across the deaf people see that you give them a good directions, help them, don't give them sympathy, give them support. And if they need also our help, we are there. Apart from that, support all the hearing impaired children to overcome their challenges. Especially because this disability is not seen, so there is not much work done. So if I would appreciate if people come forward and help for this cause. Of course, there are a lot of things need to be done for all other disability and for all the people in the country, but this is something where we can change the lives of people totally, and we can empower them and we can make them self-sufficient. So it is not at the national level but international level. If we decide to help the hearing impaired children and give them a correct direction, they can become like any other normal person. So it's a special request on this day that please come forward and support these children so that they can change their life when they become a self-sufficient.
Thanks a lot, ma'am. Thanks a lot, ma'am. It was wonderful again with your thoughts. Wonderful having you on our show. And God bless you with all your achievements, all your endeavors. जो भी आप करें आगे दिल से करें, समाज के लिए करें, ये सोशल एक्टिविज्म ऐसे ही आगे बढ़ता जाए. आप बुलंदी, हर एक बुलंदी आसमान को आप छुए. And within 2 years, you create a revolution within India, within abroad, and give smiles to all those needy people, all those needy students and needy kids. Thanks a lot. Best of luck for your future, and God bless. Lots of success and wishes to you, ma'am. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, and I also bless everyone that God helps us to come out of this pandemic, difficult situations, and we start again having a normal life. I think we can wish on behalf of all the hearing impaired children I have worked with, they all have a positive energy, and all this energy gets spread, and we come out of this pandemic very well.
Yes, yes.
We all let's spread positivity together. Thank you so much.
We will be spreading the positivity together, and we'll stay together for all your interviews in the future. Stay tuned to the Cinema Chronicles और एक शो के साथ हम हाजिर होंगे जल्दी. बेस्ट ऑफ लक मैम. टेक केयर.
Thank you so much.